Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another video. So today I decided to do something a little different. I've been watching these tier ranking videos on YouTube that are pretty popular now, and I decided that for the first time in my life, I am actually going to hop on a trend while it's still trendy. So I wanted to do a tier ranking video for video games, some that I currently play on my channel, some I played as a kid. There's PC games, console games. There's a really random mix of games right here that I decided to rank. Before I start my ranking, I just wanted to go over my tiers quickly because they're a little different. There's no bad tiers in this. I didn't pick any video games that I dislike because I can't really think of any games that I disliked enough to put on this list. So the tiers that I've got are Addicted, which is the ones that I spent way too many hours in. I already know one of them that's going to go in this list. And then right under Addicted, I have a Nostalgia tier. This one, okay. Here's the thing. Some of these games are really, really old, and I feel like it's not fair to judge them based on like current standard of video games. And also, my enjoyment is different for them, I have different feelings about games that I played as a kid than I do now, when I might prefer more puzzles or a harder game or more of a story in my games. And some of those things I just wasn't looking for when I was playing video games as a kid. So I felt like I would have trouble ranking them in a normal tier, so I put the nostalgia tier second best. I feel like that's a good compromise. And then these ones are sort of self-explanatory. I've got great, which is the middle one, which, great as the middle is about how I feel for most of these games. Like I said, I don't really dislike any of them. Good. And then for my tier, it's kind of my feelings were like, I had my fun with this, but I don't ever plan to revisit this game at any point in the future. So yeah, those are the tiers, and let's just get started with the rankings. First up, a difficult one. Why did I put this one first? We've got Zoo Tycoon, the original Zoo Tycoon. And for the record, this is the complete collection. I had the Dinosaur Digs, Dinosaur Mania. I don't remember Marine Mania, Dinosaur Digs, and then there's another one. I don't remember the third expansion, but it had so many animals. I feel like this game, honestly, I might have the most hours of any game in my life. I played this game so much as a kid, just a ridiculous amount. I used to play for days, build a whole zoo, always the largest map zoo. I would always pick that one and just fill it up completely, all the animals. And then when I was done, I would just go through and right click highlight all the cages and delete everything. So the animals would just run around and eat each other and eat the people and stuff. Yeah, I was one of those kids. So where do I want to put this? I don't see, this is why I made this nostalgia tier, because I just don't know. I feel like I'm gonna put this in addicted though, because I would 100% still play this game if I was able to. I used to have like one of those fake disc readers and a key code so that it would trick my computer into thinking I had the CD for it, because I lost my CD when I moved, and oh, I don't know. I haven't been able to find a good version of the regular Zoo Tycoon, and my computer doesn't even have a CD drive anymore, so yeah. Anyway, this is going in addicted tier for sure. And next up, we've got Ark Survival Evolved. I don't have to think about this one much. It's going right in the category. I like this game a lot. When it first came out, I had high hopes for it. I think I bought it when it was still in early access. I'm pretty sure. So me and my fiance, one of my best friends, we all had it. We all played it together. I had a lot of fun. I have a lot of hours in it. It's probably, I would say it's like probably one of the top 5 games in my Steam. Actually, let me check real quick. Okay, it's actually ranked number 3 with 316 hours. So, yeah, quite a lot of time in Ark, but I don't ever want to play it again. After Atlas came out, I don't feel like I want to support those developers anymore. So yeah, that's that was my time with Ark. I had a good time, but I think that's the end of my Ark playing. So yeah, and I did play that on my YouTube channel as well for a little while. Arma 2. So this game, this is probably, I think this is actually the reason that I got a Steam account for Arma 2 to play with some friends one of my friends made a server. We all played on it together, and I also have a lot of hours in Arma 2. That's definitely one of my top 5 Steam games right here. I feel like I don't know where to put this. I'm definitely not gonna go back to Arma 2 at this point. It's just too old. But I don't think it belongs in the category. It's not like I stopped playing it for any reason or because I got bored. It was just, it just got old, There were a lot of people playing online, so it was hard to do the server play, which is what I did. I never really did the story mode, for the record. Any of that stuff. I didn't do. I was just doing like ORP stuff on a server with friends. So I think I'm actually gonna throw this one in nostalgia, because even though it's not that old, I still feel like I have these fond memories of it, and I had such a good time playing it. I think it deserves the second best tier. Nautica. Okay. This game I have such mixed feelings about. I'm a wuss. If you've watched my Subnautica Let's Play, you know how much of a wuss I am. I barely get out of the shallows most of the time. It takes like an enormous amount of effort for me to get through the deep ends of things in the dark. I'm currently in a scary part, and I just haven't gone back to the game since then because I don't know. I'm afraid. It's not, what am I afraid of? Like, what can get me, honestly? But yep, that's how I feel. So I'm thinking Subnautica's gonna go in the great tier. No, I think I'm gonna put it in good. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in good. I love the game. I love all these games, obviously, like I already said. So it's not like I dislike it, but yeah, I think it belongs in good for me. Okay. The Witcher 3. So this one, I haven't finished the game yet. I'm the most slow person ever when it comes to playing video games because I do everything. I've Everywhere I've gone in The Witcher 3, I have I think at least discovered all the locations nearby. Some of them I couldn't complete because I was too low level at the time, but yeah, I'm only in level right now. So far back for how long I've been playing, but I'm thinking, I think Witcher is gonna go in the great tier because everything that I've played so far has been amazing. The graphics are amazing. The story is amazing. It doesn't have that like nostalgia level feel for me, and I don't think it's quite in the addicted category because the story is good, but I don't really get addicted to games like this, RPG games like this. I'm more get addicted to building games and simulation games, so I'll probably put most of those up here in this category. But for The Witcher, yeah, I'm feeling great tier is where it belongs. Arma 3. I'm thinking this is a tough one too. So I moved pretty much from Arma 2, like I didn't wait too long in between playing Arma 2 and moving to Arma 3, and same thing, I didn't really do much of the campaign or anything. I just played online on a server with friends, and I had a really good time doing that. I met a lot of random people that very interesting. People online are interesting. And I think throw this in the good category. I didn't have as much fun in Arma 3 as I did in Arma 2. Just, I think timing was part of it. I don't have the same kind of fond feelings when I think about playing Arma 3, and now I'm second guessing myself. I'm actually gonna put it in the category. Because I don't ever plan to return to Arma 3. I had my fun with it, and now I feel like I am ready to move on to different games. I can't see myself going back to playing Arma 3 at any point. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with eh. Alright, now we've got Animal Crossing, and this is New Leaf for the record, so it's not the newest one. I don't have a Switch. I really want a Switch, but I don't have a Switch at the moment, so this is New Leaf. It's the old one that came out in, like, I don't even know, like 2012 or something. It's really old at this point. But I have a 3DS, which I play my Nintendo games on now. Actually have it right here. This is my 3DS. And so some of these Nintendo games I actually still play, even though they're a little bit older. For Animal Crossing, I think I'm gonna put it in the good tier. I like Animal Crossing. I think I would like the New Horizons game much better. But the Animal Crossing game is good. I play it whenever I just don't really want to do anything, like when I'm just laying in bed and I don't feel like sleeping, but I don't feel like reading exactly. I usually pick up Animal Crossing to play. So yeah, I think that goes in the good tier. That's Skyrim. Oh boy, Skyrim. So, this is probably the first, I don't want to say real, but like the first more in-depth RPG that I played. I've actually played Skyrim once on the Xbox 360. I ran next to a giant and my fiance was like, "Oh, you can take it on. It's no big deal." And so I ran up to it and it one-shot me. And that was the last time I played Skyrim on a console. I got it on my PC before I even had a Steam account. I got it on my PC and I've played it a bunch of times through, and then I started the Let's Play on my channel, which is probably like the 5th time I've played this game through, so I'm gonna say this one falls firmly in the addicted category. This is probably the only real RPG I'm gonna put up here because this game came out so long ago, 2011, I think it was, and I still play it, and I still plan to play it. I haven't uploaded many videos on my channel recently for really any games besides Planet Zoo or The Long Dark, but I do plan to go back to it, so yeah, that falls firmly in the addicted category. Up next, we've got Civ 6, and this one, so I played Civ 5. I liked that. And when Civ 6 came out, I'm not like super attached to versions of these kind of games. So when a new one comes out, I'm happy to play the new one. I don't, keep playing the old ones even though the new one is out. Usually I just move to the new one and enjoy that just as much as I did the original or the previous one. So yeah, I like Civ 5, I like Civ 6. Those are the only two Civ games I played, and I think this is gonna go right in the good category as well. It's a game I like well enough. I play it with my fiance usually. It's a really good one, again, to just relax with. I usually put on an audiobook when I'm playing with my fiance, and we kind of just do our own thing and then talk once in a while about what's going on in game. Otherwise, we just kind of play and chill out together. It's one of our like games that we wind down with in the evenings. So yeah, I think the good category is perfect for that. And next up, we've got The Sims 3. The 3 is cut off. I'm sorry, some of these thumbnails got a little shifted around when I uploaded them, but Sims 3 is the first Sims game I ever played. It was probably, I think it was the first PC game that I ever actually bought for myself because my mom wasn't like she didn't really know gaming that much, so she didn't buy us video games or anything like that. Usually other people would buy us video games or we would have to buy them ourselves. So I remember very clearly this is like the first PC game that I ever bought for myself. And then I might have torrented all the expansions after that because I was a poor teenager. I bought them legit later on. Yeah. But anyway, I feel like I have to put this one in the nostalgic tier because I can't imagine that I would ever play The Sims again. Or The Sims 3, I should say. I still play The Sims 4, but The Sims 3 is horrible for performance. My decent gaming computer would probably struggle playing The Sims 3 at this point because that game was so horrible with the open world and all the Sims loading at the same time. It was just a nightmare. So yeah, but still, it was the first Sims game I played, and so how could I not put it in the nostalgia tab? So this is a strange one. I don't know if any of you have played this game before, Rayman. It was a game that I played originally on my Game Boy Advance, I think it was. I had the Game Boy that had a flip screen and it also had the backlight in the back and it was color. Like it was one of the later on generations of the Game Boy. But I played the crap out of this game. This was probably my favorite Game Boy game ever. And I ended up finding it on the Nintendo shop for my 3DS, which I was so happy about. I don't think I was happier about any other game that I have on my 3DS than Rayman because this was just my childhood and I am so bad at this game. Like so bad. I can't even still. I haven't beaten the game. But despite that, I love it. I will play this game forever, probably as long as I can find it on some platform. I will play this game. Where do I put this? Nostalgia or addicted? I think I'm gonna throw this in the nostalgia tab. Cause it's not like it's a jumping game, really. You just jump over obstacles and stuff and you beat a bad guy every once in a while. It's not like a really in-depth game or anything. And I wouldn't say that I'm addicted even though it was my favorite Game Boy game. Yeah, I'm so indecisive. I think it goes in nostalgia though. That seems like a good place for it. And now we have the original Age of Empires. Man, this is an old game. Where do I put this one? This is also one of the first PC games that I ever played. I remember a family member built a PC for me and my sister, and they had a copy of this game, so they gave it to us, and I loved this game. It was kind of my first experience with like a management kind of game like this, so it's not like this is also part of the reason I made this nostalgia tier because I don't really know how to compare this game to like nowadays. I mean, obviously, this is the original one, and they made updated versions of this game since, but I never really played the updated versions just because I didn't have access to them at the time. So, yeah, where do I want to put this game? I'm kind of debating on these bottom two because this is like it's one of those games that you just waste time in, and I don't really. It wasn't like an exciting time to play or anything. I just spent a lot of time playing it. And so I think I'm gonna put it in the eh category. Because I might have this on Steam, but I don't plan to play this again. Actually, if you are looking for an updated version of this game and you don't like the newer versions of Age of Empire itself, I would recommend the game Foundation. It's very new, it's in early access, but it reminds me a lot of Age of Empire, the way you build up your ancient city and then it grows and evolves, and the little people that you control you assign jobs to. So yeah, that game is very fun. I bought it probably like a month ago and have been playing it for a little while. but it is still in the very early stages of development, so keep that in mind if you want to purchase it, but I would recommend that one if you're looking for an updated Age of Empires sort of game. So now we have The Sims 4, and I feel like I just gotta put this in the addicted category. I mean, the amount of hours that I've spent in this game is pretty, pretty high. Rivals some of the games I've spent the most time with over my entire lifetime, and that's because this is a building game. I love actually playing with The Sims, but what I love the most is building, and I've made a lot of videos on The Sims. If you wanna, I will link down below my playlist for my movie and TV set recreations. Those are like the most popular videos of my channel because not to brag or anything, but I think I do a pretty decent job of recreating things in The Sims, so yeah, I enjoy it a lot, and I spend a lot of hours doing those builds. Those builds take me upwards of at least 10 hours. So, yeah, I'm gonna throw that one right in addicted. Next up, this game from the Nintendo 64 console, Super Mario 64. This was like my jam as a kid. This was my console game. My cousins were actually the ones that owned a Nintendo 64 first, and they had this game, and I remember we would take turns playing this. Every time somebody died, the next person would try to go on and beat the level, and we all worked together to get all the stars. And then when I ended up getting a console later on, I was a little bit older. I played the crap out of this game again. I still don't think I've beaten this game at any point in my lifetime. So that's something I maybe would love to do at some point. I wish I still had my Nintendo 64, but I don't. And that makes me sad. I don't know where to put this one though. I feel like this one is gonna go in the great category. The Witcher is looking lonely here in the great category. And so we should put Mario next to him, because these two guys, yeah, they belong together. So now, Planet Zoo, that's an easy one. Gonna throw it right in the addicted tier again. This is a building game. I've just been going crazy in this game since it came out in November of last year. I have like a ridiculous amount of hours, and I think I have almost 600 hours in this game now, and it's absurd for only being out for 7-ish months. And I have a problem. I'm addicted to it. I've been building a lot of cool things though that I'm really excited to show you guys. I'm actually probably going to throw up some sneak peeks right now of some things that I've been working on. I've talked about it before, but I'm building Disney's Zootopia in Planet Zoo. It's a very slow project, but it's coming along really nicely, and Planet Zoo is it's the game that I can put on. I put on an audiobook with it. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks while I play Planet Zoo, so I've been getting through a lot of books this year, and I can just unwind with this game. It's so, yeah, it's so relaxing. It's just the perfect building zoo game ever. Almost done here. Next up, we've got The Long Dark, and I think I'm gonna put this in the great category. Yeah, it doesn't really go in the nostalgia category because it's not nostalgic, but it's great. It's one of my favorite games. It's my absolute favorite survival game, hands down. I love the story right now. I'm going through Winter Meal episode 3 at the moment, and that is brilliant. I feel like they finally hit their peak with the episodes. Like they figured out what they were doing and how to make it a good balance of story versus actual survival and what we're used to just in our sandbox gameplay as the old players. They've just been doing a wonderful job, and I'm so excited about episode 4 and just the future of this game. I plan to play it probably. This is going to be one of those games like Skyrim that I just play for years and years and years. And so I'm looking forward to it. And the very last game we have is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This one is another one that I have currently on my 3DS. Well, I played it before, but I just decided to re-get it on my 3DS. And Zelda games, I have mixed feelings about Zelda games. I haven't played the new one, obviously, since I don't have a Switch, like I mentioned earlier, but the Zelda games, I like them. I really love the story, but I have such a hard time getting through them because of the puzzles. They're very strange puzzles, I guess. I always need a guide to get through them, and I don't know. It's not that I don't enjoy using a guide, but I wish there was a little bit more direction in the game or something. Also, the save feature in Ocarina of Time is very annoying. You go back to your your village in your tree. You spawn there every time you close the game. And so when you're not there, it's very annoying to have to run back to where you were every single time you decide to play. And so I haven't picked it up in a while because of that reason mostly. And so I think I'm feeling like Zelda's gonna go right in the good category. Something that I plan to finish eventually, but it's not ever like a priority for me to play this. And at least lately, I just haven't had the inclination to pick it up again since my last stopping point. All right, so that is my tier list. I feel pretty satisfied with where I put everything. I think wasn't quite as hard as I thought it would be, but that's because I didn't give myself any bad tiers to put any of these games in because well, I don't dislike any of these games. Let me know if you played some of these older games and where you might rank some of the newer games that I play on my channel if you've ever played those ones. I might be doing at least one more of these tier videos because I really want to do one for my favorite book series and start talking about books on my channel. I mentioned it a while ago, but I just haven't gotten a chance to film any book-related videos recently. That's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my future content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye!